Somewhere in the world, there is a person whose job is to polish goldfish. Not emotionally, not spiritually, but physically. Which, if you really think about it, means somewhere there's probably a person introducing themselves at parties as a fish appearance specialist. And nobody knows how to continue that conversation. Because there are follow-up questions. I think there are so many follow-up questions. Mainly why and how shiny does a fish actually need to be? Welcome to This Is Someone's Job, a show about the strangest ways people make a living. Because while most of us are replying to emails and pretending to understand spreadsheets, someone else is out there improving the shine of a fish. Now, to be clear, no one is sitting there with a tiny cloth going, "Just hold still, Gary," while buffering a goldfish. But there are people whose job is to make ornamental fish look better, brighter, shinier, more impressive to other fish, I assume. I always wonder how careers like this begin. Because no one grows up saying, "One day I hope to improve the shine of an ornamental carp." There's no school careers advisor preparing you for that conversation. Somewhere along the way, a series of very specific decisions have to be made. Now, in certain parts of the world, ornamental fish aren't just pets. They're a status symbol. And the truly strange part is, these fish can be incredibly valuable. Some ornamental koi sell for thousands, actual thousands, which means somewhere there's a fish with better security than my first flat. At some point, someone looked at the fish and thought, "This is good, but it could be shinier." And just like that, a career was born. Imagine bringing someone home and proudly showing them off your professionally maintained fish collection. Imagine saying, "Careful, that one over there has a specialist." Typical day doesn't involve polishing the sponge. It's more like carefully adjusting water conditions, monitoring diet, inspecting scales under some bright light. Basically giving fish a spa day. Every day. I imagine the entire environment is incredibly calm, some soft lights in, quiet bubbling water, someone intensely staring at a fish like they're preparing it for a magazine shoot. Meanwhile, most of us are lucky if we drink enough water ourselves, while this fish has absolutely no idea what's going on. It actually takes a surprising amount of skill, knowledge of biology, water chemistry, and fish health. So while goldfish polisher might not be the official job title, if your entire job is to make a fish look like it's just come out of a photo shoot, that's polishing. Come on, let's all be honest. And you just know there are levels to this industry. Beginners and some experts. Then there'll be rivalries. I reckon there's some conventions. Somewhere in the world there are people saying, "Honestly, nobody handles scale presentation like Ken." And that's the thing. No matter how strange a job sounds, there's probably someone out there doing it. Getting paid. Paying taxes. Explain it to their family at dinner. I doubt that's over fish and chips. Maybe every strange profession starts that way. Someone caring about something slightly more than anyone else. Until eventually the world decides, "Fine, we'll pay for it." And if by any chance you happen to have an unusual job yourself, or know someone whose career sounds completely made up, I would genuinely love to hear about it. Because statistically speaking, one of you listening right now is probably employed in something deeply confusing. You can reach the show at thatissomeonesjob@gmail.com. And of course, if your job is to polish a goldfish, I would love to have a chat. And tomorrow, while most of us go back to normal jobs, someone, somewhere, will be making sure a fish looks its absolute best. Thank you for listening to This Is Someone's Job.